Hi Sagittarius, happy January. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you had a lovely holiday. Okay, I hesitate to even say this. Watch Scorpio's video. That was a boatload of crazy over there. But oddly, your house is touch, and your reading is a lot less drama filled than that one, but there's an air through here of secrets from the past needing to be for your own peace of mind forgiven and let go, just so that you can move on, because I think they're holding you hostage for something here. I think you may either have run into people over the holidays, or you will run into people from the past in like a social gathering or something. Where for your best interest, it's to forgive and move on. Meaning, I think that this must have been a pretty significant betrayal, or something happened that you may have had to cover for someone for something, or whatever occurred. It's in the past. So you're just being told to you don't need to stay in, I think they're referencing swampland as in up here, like the things that it will do a number on you if you don't just release it, right? So that's why I'm saying you're being asked to just forgive it and move on, because your exact message was, even though something was sickening at the time, it must have been a doozy. If you just, I don't know, I heard forgive, but I'm going to say here more forget. But to forget, you need to forgive. And that's not forgiving it's not forgetting the situation. It's forgiving it so that you can get it, you can let it go, right? I think something may have occurred between you and a friend, or a partner or relationship in the past. It has to do with wherever your hometown is. So that's why I'm saying, I don't know if you ran into someone over the holiday, or if they're coming up in the future, but either way, I think I think it still haunts you, whatever it was. So, I think at some point too, you may have or are isolating yourself, but your message here is to be your unique self, and that, you kind of do need people to, the paradox here, what I'm feeling very much like Scorpio is, it's a very, it's more about who you know than what you know. So maybe you're trying to move up in something, but you've got to keep the status quo so that you can move up, or something to that regard, right? But there's a real feel through here too of not genuine friendships, more friendships to get where you're needing to go. So someone may be doing that to you, or that may have just been, how your life has been. But either way, you've suffered some massive blows here, and I think you're still carrying around the carnage of that. I think a friend may have really done you wrong here, or you may have had to cover for something, right? Either way, I think there's something here. It can even be a divorce that you need to keep the peace due to mutual financial exchanges, or there's a changing of money here somehow. I'm just not sure what that's about. Okay, but you've got massive trumps through here. There's also if you don't, whatever this is, I think for some of you too, I think it's to the point where it could actually cause a nervous breakdown if you don't find a place for whatever this is. I also feel that someone in this equation is not mentally sound. So this is a mixed bag of tricks. But like I said, there was some bizarreness going on with the Scorpio video, so maybe it ties in with this somehow. I think that there's pickiness in here too, and there's kind of like I say, a tit for tat, like a friendship built on you do for me and I'll do for you. It's not a real friendship. It's just kind of like maybe that's what your friendships are built on. I don't know, but it's like a tit for tat, like, you know, it's just got a very unhealthy feel through here. And again, there was something in Scorpio's reading where I kept smelling plastic. In here, I keep smelling like garbage. So I don't know what's really going on here, but anyhow, I think it's about the people you associate with and maybe what that is to you. This could be something too. There may be something or someone in this equation that maybe this happened in college, or it happened where, you know, there were a gathering of people, but I just feel like you're among people that are kind of, you know, outgrown, or your advice in here, your messages was to just move past this somehow. I know that me saying that doesn't make it any easier, because I feel the weight of what this was. It feels like a real betrayal, like a real betrayal. So your message was to forgive and move past this. So I'm just the messenger on that. But it feels very heavy, so I don't think it's an easy thing to do, or I think you would have done it. Okay? So we've got a lot of majors in here, like I said. So I think that the universe is really encouraging you to move past this, because the cards you've got are cards of completions, of really needing to, I think you've got a lot of things inside too that you may not be able to, you're kind of like carrying a burden. I can't tell if it's your own burden or if it's a burden that someone put on you, right? Like a friendship that you're covering for someone that did something horrible, either to you or someone else. So, if this resonates with you and you haven't come across that person, like during the holiday, they're gonna come and they're gonna show up either via a note, they're gonna just appear somewhere. So whatever this is kind of like being revisited. So again, I'm just the messenger. Okay, we come in with the 2 of coins, right? Again, which is trying to balance things. But I don't think this is something, I think this is a weight. I think it's a weight that you're carrying. Because under it too, you've got the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Okay. All right. This must have been either a relationship, divorce, betrayal. Something went terribly wrong, but you're stuck here and you're being asked to let go of whatever the hell this situation is. And if it smells like garbage, I can only imagine. So, all right. We come in with the 3 of Wands and the Justice card. The 3 of Wands and the Justice card is, you've got the World card in the past. I'm sorry. You've got the World card in the past, which the energy is flushing through here. The World card is it's an ending. It's also a clearing, a releasing, right? It's realizing that maybe this was a crap thing that happened, but it's done and you've got to let it go. And the Justice card is, you know, when we try to get revenge, with someone, and I don't think you're trying to get revenge. I think you're just not able to let whatever this go. So this is why I'm saying this in here. Maybe it helps. The universe takes care of things. We don't need to, when someone does us wrong, it really, they're doing themselves wrong. It's someone can't do something to you. Their actions are only on them, right? So when we get stuck there and we hold vengeance and we really wish the most horrible thing for them, right? It really holds us back. The universe takes care of things. It really does. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune in here. Things are turning. You've got the World card in here. Things are turning. You need to just let this go somehow and let the universe deal with the rest. And it's in your reading, so it's happening, okay? So that's what the Justice card and the Three of Wands too is. It's about moving past this and heavenly justice. There's karma in this card. So let the universe do this for you, okay? I felt I needed to say that, so there you go. All right, where you're rooted here is the Hanged Man, right? Which means you are stuck here. And your crowning card is the Five of Cups. This card in here really means that someone either went outside of the relationship for something, or isolated you. I tend to think with those cards coming in here, this is a divorce. This is something that really got you good here. All right. Okay. Now coming up, you've got the Strength card, and I really think that is you needing to use strength. I really do. I think you're keeping something, though, inside that needs to be let go. When I hear nervous breakdown, things like that, that tells me that you've got to get rid of something, because that's energy on the inside that will cause dis-ease if you don't get rid of it, okay? Now, how you see things is the Wheel of Fortune, right? With this card, though, it's showing me there's divine intervention in this card, okay? But you need to ask for help. It's in here, but just ask for it, and it'll turn it for you, okay? Now, in your environment here, you've got the Six of Wands, which is a good thing, because that to me is a spiritual victory, which means you get past this. So I think that that's good. That usually sometimes can come, though, too, in the form of a conversation where you really say things that need to be said. So I don't know if that's maybe for you writing it out and not seeing the person, or maybe just letting bygones be bygones, which I don't think is going to be that easy. But I think there's things that need to be said here, but sometimes I don't think that we get closure we're looking for from the conversation that we think is going to bring us closure. It doesn't bring us closure, and it sure doesn't make us feel any better. You can give yourself closure, but you need to want to have closure, right? Like, you want to have to be okay giving up the shitty, stinky story, right? Okay. So, your hopes and fears, you've got the Three of Coins. It's looking at something differently, especially this is telling me, actually this too, is telling me you've got to look at something different here. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's for anyone else's benefit but yours, but you may need to look at something different here. There was a tone too about this is collaboration. So maybe you need to work with a different bunch of people, or you need to get some new friends. Like friends that don't use and abuse you, perhaps, right? Okay. All right. Now your outbound card, you've got the Four of Cups. Okay. So you've got the 4 and 5 of Cups. You're crowning the reading with the 5 of Cups. Your outbound is the 4 of Cups. So you've kind of stepped back a little bit. Don't get stuck here. And I say that because one of your messages was this could really push you to a nervous breakdown. Nothing is really worth that. All right. And you've got the Page of Coins here now too. I'm going to clarify this for you. That may have been, you know, this may have been something that happened back in school, or it may be a sibling, or, but with the 4 of Cups, this is to go forward. Go forward and go do something else, right? Which is what your messages coming in here were. Let me clarify, God, I don't even know where to start. Let me clarify the I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think that you need to make some new friends, and I think you need to trust enough in yourself that wherever it is that you're trying to go, you can get there on your own merit. But I think that you've either been raised to think that, or raised in an environment where it's not what you know, it's who you know. I wish I could say sometimes that's not true. But I think that you're going to get where you get on your own merit regardless. I think you just need to find some trust enough in yourself and find some real friends, some people that would have your back here. But I don't think you're going to be able to do any of that until you're able to find a place for this, right? And forgiveness is just, it's just saying, you know what, this is shitty, it happened, but it's in the past. You've got your whole life ahead of you to let something from the past, which you can't change, hold you up. It's just going to be a lot of regret. And there's nothing, crappy things happen to get us, you know, depending upon what degree this was, right? I'll always encourage someone, pay it forward. We go through crappy things sometimes because we're supposed to be an advocate for something in life that we can't be just told something. This will hurt. Sometimes we need to really feel what that is to be able to take it and go forward and maybe, you know, counsel or teach or just on your day-to-day, it makes you the kind of person that you're a role model for someone. You should always be your own role model anyway, but I have a feeling here that whatever this was, you can get past this and help other people get past these kind of things too. All right, I don't think I need to clarify any of this. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think something crappy happened, literally, and I think that it's still really got you. This could have been somewhere along the lines of kind of where that other reading was going. Watch your sun, moon, and rising. If this isn't ringing a bell to you, if you still don't feel like something is got you deadlocked here, don't pay attention to this reading. This is clearly for someone who knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so something must be going on in the energy today because I'm getting a boatload of this. Okay, you've got the World card, the Justice card, the Three of Wands. Move past this. Move past this. Let the universe take care of anything but you in this equation. Okay? Thank you so much, Sagittarius. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you walk through this. Okay? Thank you so much.